medawase na mabo mabaso.
Okay.
Nsem-Pii TV mosomo ye mafamu de boa media space no ene nsemo a ebi no ante eche na mo de call YouTube.
Nsem-Pii TV nie.
Quickly yemfe ani chemu ewo Accra High Court. Na ene baby amame former Chief Justice and I say suspended Chief Justice Torkonoo wo bia no. Me sure say otin nsem ya course wo court na obey short kakra and I say no be dwini kakra ni nyina say yenim and menu mienu nyina de anim say dwumako a and I say Ghana aban do di animu sese President John Dramani Mahama bosumi mienu ntemwa ni na ode krata beto abontin say maame Gertrude Arabasaki Torkonoo a oye PM panyi pa Ghana ye Chief Justice no was suspended no nti maame no nkope baby entra ogina so edit committee say what committee say committee na hwehwe maame no ensemu nti say maame no ko committee no hwehwe maame no ensemu na at the end of the day committee na ehu bibi boni bia efa maame no ho a yesade ne nakunya ebema as Chief Justice ban prempren de onko tenanche na committee no endi no djuma committee no etena say 1 2 3 anche ne hu say maame Gertrude Torkonoo enam ne lawyer so akofile application wo Supreme Court na nsema maame ne kan no letter ni mu ene petition ni mu de T4 ne arefo mo ya aware dada including injunction a okopre say nka yan fan grant no another host of things but then the Supreme Court judgment ni beto dwa no court no chire ma omuntimi en grant maame no injunction no emfa man e ma omobogui nti sa me maame no if that time na bepeme na me no kasayu obe okoye press conference one of the biggest hotel e wa Accra and a press conference no de tudwa say okodwumadi na se anase committee sitting na se a ne lawyers kura no sebe committee ne de o manem twitwi form uyi no free ma ono amaame na mu ye search no body nyina sebe wo oba enkomoma oba kura search na be mamom na search no more than that things ye money kunu ne ma eso nko edam obi edan na ye kototo na no ye mani nko bi ese ye jani kunu ne ma si abonten de toso nan sa bia ho na nkasa na committee no efre no se omra no omo metoto na no na wo so kopiem wo ho no ma sa bia ho no ho na yekun ne ofa panya na o soja yekun 3 judges ne ye de kan nti a whole lot of things na ma me to dwa Supreme Court about ogu ne ehwe ne mu se asem na kwakoda anche ana maame Gertrude Torkonoo safa ne lawyers kopiem Accra High Court Human Right Division and all the application e court was a court no enhwe na ne fa ho di ayetiti aso no court no enhwe se ye de pepepe yo ebe adwuma enei ana aban lawyer panyi ye Dr. Dominic Ayine enso e de nanu disem eso copy court na ensem attorney general a file o court no o chire maame Gertrude Torkonoo o twan tro brutal yinti ensem a aban lawyer panyi enso so akofile or court against Chief Justice application.
Ya pem so e de ani a kire mu ansem foforo so na anu na beto dwa se PM pani maame Gertrude Torkonoo a yes won tena nchen wato no boase atena se e na de sede akoda court ne dia welcome ene se court ne nchirechire mu se anya bia court wotumi se obetimi akire se aban anase emra na wode ye adwuma ne kwan so ano no ano a tumi a court ne ekura ho asem e na ye ke na sansem wo ye a wode koda court nti e na attorney general wo my Ghana mo Dr. Dominic Ayine wono so e de counter application dia koda high court we de fa wo mo hwa se ne be ya ye ntietia nipa fa wo de ho sem so e won kran said that be asama PM penny de beda wo mo no Wamumu man such as Kele Konko, na fi 1-2 enguna Attorney General, Edia Tuja ya watches a consensus and as someone PM Penny wa dia beda court no. Say ya sama womedi ka kra ye ho adwuma anasa ye ka kra guso pende e wo Supreme Court nti wonim ne nti a wasa dia kwama High Court say High Court ento ne boase nda demo na wonsan so emfifi mu ebiom na Ghana fo nyina beka na wo ma hye ne so PM Penny die wase kwan ya anasa gina yesie ni anamotu a aban wanam so opese wotu no na ne dibrese CJ woje free nsam no nya dia kwa bia so na ni je ho enti ba ko no woka ho asem se petitioners here wo mo na asiase wo matena sem afa captation gun penny bi esi official sheet so atworo brofa akese petition dia koma mampani se wo muntu no wo mo nyina wo bia nhye da ni evidence to me bia wo betimi aka se we dia dasede enti no ye gina so na afin dibre ya je free nsam wase wono ankasa ni nipa fa hodie ene eguso a ye tietia so nto on de nya dia kwa bia so na ni je ho asem ba ko osre high court se wo mo nyama ne se abedweko ya Ghana mampani excellency John Dramani mama wa pause say justice poor man wo die nim no se hwe da bi won de won pe ebe ya papa ne pa de court na nkasa won kan kira ne se won pe ne baby ntina se ne ebe ya process no ebe timi akwaso ne kwaso na nya afe na wo bi asabe wone ne wa asem na nipa no wono ana na asem abe wote so a woje dem afe ba ko a wo kan wasem ye nchirechim mapa wode adan high court se mpanifo hwe na afe wo mu ntimi enka bi emfama no na no na attorney general my Ghana mu achirechim ya wo chesem application na ma me de wonu kra wadwene ho wonte asem en wote ase a wonwene ho sa application we ode koy no ne fire by pa anything asem na wo case yedi kan kra ye ho adwuma dada ebi kra guso pende e wo Supreme Court na wo so my Ghana na ye kasa Supreme Court wa na the High Court gina ho no ma court mienu we wan na ye bad time asem da Supreme Court ase me peja de akwa High Court nti wo bua kire se court ne nse kwan bia so wo stress asem na pempeni wode aba no wo hwe so obetimi abo ade atuagu na no pay adase nyume Philip Atanga wadi mu nchemu ade abedan yen na pobdi suafo honorable mampani excellency John Dramani Mahama and workers ne dia wadi to dwane se na wiase entokwabra ne ya atweniti ekoma ho kire wo hia ene nkwaikro ene ku ade hye bebre na yade so atweniti ena nkabom papa mu hyeda nya adwuma na so my Ghana de beacon se asomdwe piesie no eda so epim hono ma enya de da from kram na Ghana mampani excellency John Dramani Mahama woto ne nkase mu ene wo se enye Ghana fo ya ho de nemum nyankopon twediampon basaya adom ne nwosra bi ehumobro bi a wode adom Ghana ntina mpempenso we yeda so timbe bia yetima Ghana yeguso a yepem ekọ nenim anu nti en wo chese ne due ya eye July boso ne de kan se wato ne bo ase yesi wonom said that kese ya Ghana fo gina fufuo ne yebehye ohwe kwabena mafo se ani fufuo we gina mu kama pa na ye bompa ya da nyankopon twediampon basaya adom ase sansa wo hwa wo my Ghana my bi etwa ho hia de bia dan tokwa ntokwa na so Ghana fo de bebi eguso a yepem kono emu ye de papa mampani ato so ya wo kire se wo hwa nsare dan hodro enkamofo dan ahodro a wo buo ni die asumdwe pa ye de tia na die pa na Ghana fo ye pedi biom ni nyina nyankopon adoma da manti wo besra yen ese kasantwitwe kasa wo ka sabe efri wonum betofo ma sabe ase janan wo se sa kasa ye mpebie tie na emum asumdwe won sam wo ka sam a wotim se woni pan wo wodo wo tema wade a wo kengina ya de bia wo hwe nim sane be yo my Ghana unity anasen kabom ebetimi ejina naso Ghana ma pene excellency John Dramani Mahama wase ade ba kwa ne fe pa ne se nkramofo ena afeso Christopher ye tibom ye ware ye ho edubro nya se ye nuanom nkramofo yi wo mu di kura sen ye de ada fasha ba ene Christopher so ya ye giremu a wo chese ni nyina ya de bia ye esu papa ye da ne diem na wo gina James 2:17 so kasa kire se nyese bia ye kan ena ade ne de ye pa unity nkabom wo se edwuma ne ni asam no.
Our nation Ghana is richly endowed with resources and natural beauty, and something even more precious, spiritual harmony and religious tolerance. In a world where faith can divide nations, our faith in Ghana unites us. In Ghana, churches and mosques do not compete for dominance. They coexist in mutual respect and in dignity. Our different traditions and our backgrounds have not weakened us. They have strengthened us in our shared identity. This is a precious gift we must protect. Let us remain vigilant against the voices of tribalism, against the voices of religious extremism, and against the poison of political hostility. These are the seeds of division that we must never let take root in our precious nation, Ghana. We must speak a language of peace, compassion, and mutual respect. We must build bridges, not barriers. For we are one people, sharing one land and pursuing one identity and destiny.
Ghana Mom Penny's Excellency John Dramani Mama Tuan and Casa Muchres, to me a Ghana for Modiashan and Samono, was so Cromuye na Enyana Hua Day, a yet Nyankopo to Trobon Subia Dumbinti, and the Nessatum will crent to a baby anymore, as some Ranibay Juma say, and your Nunco Tonemum appointees a Nipa way woman Ghana Mrambetimi edition.
We must hold those in authority, including myself, accountable to the highest standards of integrity and humility. Public office is not a privilege for personal gain. It is a sacred trust bestowed by the people and a responsibility to serve all, especially the most vulnerable of us. Even the office of the president, which by the grace of God I now hold, is not above the law. Leadership must be grounded in justice, in honesty, and a reverence of God. If we want a just Ghana, we must be just in leadership. A nation's greatness is not measured by the heights of its skyscrapers or the size of its budget. The values of its people are the true measure of a nation's greatness. The virtues of courage, of honesty, of discipline, of sacrifice, and compassion are what really measure the greatness of any nation.
Ghana Mom Penny's Excellency John Dramani Mama Nsem Anono. Penny Fosimico Mankebi and Fan Casmanunti, Cardinal Peter Texan Kasaye, Nedia War Cancer, who be here, so ye Ghana near, Ubenya, Botaya Vision, Cassia Pebesi Winisho, Sir Abrabon Hassan, a meba copem. Now, if you was saying Yankopan, who would day, Netimi Abu Chidom.
We need to go ahead and formulate also our own places within that vision. And that just means that we're looking for virtuous Ghanaians. We're looking for Ghanaians who are virtuous, who develop virtue, and who are led by virtue, who develop a fulcrum on which their own lives would balance on a virtuous conduct and virtuous positions. Otherwise, greed will dominate this land, and when greed dominates this land, there will be a lot of negative externalities to be borne by all of us. Negative externalities, we have them already. The Pra River doesn't sell prawns and shrimps anymore. Ofin River has become a puddle of mud. The Ankobra is already gone. Children in upstream who jump into waters that I used to do when I was a child, stream to swim, they then are taken to the hospital with ruptured scrotum because of exposure to cyanide and mercury. So the negativities are with us. Our church hospital scene, the middle part of this country, talk about increasing children born with deformities. So my dear friends, the external negativities are already with us. And it causes virtuous thinking to not simply look for personal gain and interest, but to think about Ghana as a nation.
And here, Kotia Cardinal Peter Texan Nsem Sanson with Salamat Kukua Pencil and Buabuanoa. What they besom yen? Asia Yurebim Rashebe ya Honorable Kojo Ponkroma na ode subo kese abo NDC ama yukono nifa ewo emrashebe dwefene se dom kese a ewo hono mo ese sikebi ya eye $360 million ya se sikei wo mo chese ye development policy operation 2 dwumadie ena wo mo saka se sikei na wode nsemi to dwa mrashebe dwefie enra ena ochemu se sikei ho ano so afo abedi akiro hisikasem ho totoye so Honorable Thomas Nyako Ampem ene NDC enkwabata wo mrahye bedwafie no edi kan beto mrahye bedwafie no anim se sika no wo mo etam na eka bi a wo mo de contractor for ye 13 billion Ghana cedis no wo mo de akwakotua saa eka wo mo de contractor for afedie wo mo ekotwa wo mo ho eba ya wo mo chese sika no kura no wo mo enna mfa nkotua contractor for ka na emom no wo mo hwese wo mo de be hye ankwankwa adwuma mu na adwuma natimi apue ne no ena Europe onkroma etwe speaker adwen ede siso se nia aban no anase mrahye bedwafo ene soafo abede akire sikasam ntoso so ekeka no ase wo mo ya dane nkwada ase wo mo hunu ne wo mo enye sika $360 million eye sika emu odupa na wo mo ekaye edikan kanse wo mo de betua contractor for kesa se aban ede contractor for eka 13 billion Ghana cedis ya wo mo gi sika ne so wo mo de ekwa akotua afi wo hunu ne ba ya wo mo san edada wo mo ho se sika no kora wo mo na mfentua contractor for ka na emom no wo mo de kwose ankrankra nwumemo
I have in my hands here the parliamentary memorandum by Thomas Nyako Ampim, MP, Deputy Minister for Finance, on the proposed 360 million facility. Mr. Speaker, I would invite the House to look at page 11. Mr. Speaker, they told Cabinet that the full amount of the $360 million from the DPO2 will be used to finance part of this 13 billion payment to contractors. It wasn't going to be used for goods and services. Now let me show you your own report that you have brought to this chamber. I'll take you to page 8 of this report. Mr. Speaker, now that they got cabinet approval, when they came to parliament, they now say that they are going to use the money to improve private investment and foreign direct investment.
Honorable upon Kroma etwaso and wade etudwa ese NDC amayoko no kra no woma enye se bia nkwankwa nwuma nkwa no mdisi kan kwehye mu woma san da ne wom ho kra se ohawa ye fam ewo enyinemu ahode emu no wom disi kan bi ekọ nenso no saa eho no kra no wom de levy bi eto bi ye 8% bi aba be se ho no mo a wom che se ohawa ye fam efa dumso no wom de sa sika no be hye ho na abepia afedie woma sa twom ho ese wom de sa $360 million no ekwa kowura enyinemu ahode no emu ya wo che se eniema enkoyi sa.
Mr. Speaker, you recall that when they introduced the 8% levy on fuel, they told us that power sector issues, they needed that money for it. When they came to Parliament asking us to amend the Energy Sector Levies Act before Parliament rose the last time, they told us power issues. They went to Cabinet and told Cabinet that they are going to use this money 100% to pay contractors. Now you are telling us that you are going to use it for power sector issues. When you went to Cabinet, you told Cabinet that you are using this money essentially to pay contractors.
Enia uti yeyi eye ofuasia yurebi mrashebedwane Honorable Kojo Opon Nkroma George Osei ene buansem ya no ebaye.